Welcome to today's explainer. Dealing with government systems can seriously feel like a full-time job in itself, right? Well, today, we are going to completely demystify the stress of checking your employment insurance, or EI, claim status. So tell me, have you recently applied for EI and are anxiously awaiting updates? If you're stressed out and constantly hitting refresh, you are definitely not alone. It is totally normal to feel on edge when your income is on the line. But stick with me because you are about to discover the exact effortless steps you need to take to check your EI claim status online and navigate this whole bureaucratic maze with total confidence. Okay, let's dive into this. We've got a quick 6-stage roadmap for you today. A brief intro to EI claims, getting prepared, a simple step-by-step guide, decoding those status codes, troubleshooting common issues, and wrapping up with some super helpful resources. Starting right off with Section 1, Introduction to EI Claims. 28 days. I want you to keep that specific number in mind. When you file your application, 28 days is Service Canada's standard timeframe to actually make a decision. Knowing this upfront is absolutely crucial because it really helps manage your expectations. Basically, you're in a bit of a waiting game, and 28 days is the standard benchmark for that initial processing. And this perfectly illustrates what happens in those early days. We pulled this real quote from a Reddit user sharing their own experience, and it just perfectly normalizes the anxiety people feel when they first log in and see literally a blank screen. If you log in on day 2 and the system says there's no information to view, hey, take a deep breath. A slight system delay is completely normal while the automated cogs catch up in the background. All right, moving on to Section 2, preparing to check your claim status. Gathering your stuff beforehand makes this so much easier. So here are the 3 critical items you need to get started. First up, secure internet access. Second, your 9-digit social insurance number. And a quick heads up here, when you type this in later, you've got to enter it without any spaces or hyphens. And third, your 4-digit EI access code. Just a quick reminder, always safeguard your personal info online, right? Never share your SIN or your access code with anyone. Let's actually clarify what that last item is. Your access code is a 4-digit electronic signature. You'll find it printed right there, in the shaded area at the top of the physical benefit statement that gets mailed to you shortly after you apply. Think of this code as your digital signature for submitting reports and checking your status. For your own security, always store this code safely and totally separate from your social insurance number. Which brings us to Section 3, our step-by-step guide. Now, what's really interesting about this next part is how simple the clickable pathway actually is once you know it. Here is your exact 3-click roadmap. Step 1. Sign in to your My Service Canada account, often called MSCA, using your government GC key or a secure sign-in partner, like your online banking. Step 2. Once you're staring at your main dashboard, just navigate over to the master menu and click on Employment Insurance Benefits. Step 3, select View My Status Updates and Messages. And that's it. By following these exact steps, literally anyone can confidently navigate the MSCA portal. All right, let's look at Section 4, Understanding the Status Codes. Time to decode some government jargon. When you get in there, you'll typically encounter one of 2 major status updates. If you see Decision Made, great. That means your claim has successfully gone through the system and is finalized, or it's been successfully reactivated if you're returning to a recent claim. On the flip side, if you see Under Review, it means your application requires a formal eligibility determination. Basically, your claim is on pause while they take a closer look. Which naturally leads to the biggest, most common question we see: why is my claim stuck under review for so long? Honestly, it is incredibly frustrating to be well past that 28-day mark and still see this message. When this happens, it usually means your file was flagged by the automated system, and now it actually requires a real human adjudicator to manually review it. So, what actually triggers that manual review? Well, here are the most common culprits. First, separation reason disputes. Let's say your employer marked dismissal or voluntary quit on your record of employment, but you applied stating there was a shortage of work. Boom, an adjudicator has to investigate that mismatch. Second, allocation of separation earnings. If you got severance pay or a closure bonus, an agent literally has to manually calculate how that money is allocated to specific weeks. And third, auxiliary activity declarations. If you checked a box saying you're taking training classes, running a self-employed side hustle, or traveling outside of Canada, they have to manually verify that you are still ready, willing, and capable of working. Moving right along to Section 5, troubleshooting and common issues. So the crucial point is, tech hiccups are totally normal. So don't panic. A huge point of confusion for a lot of folks is, what if I never got a new 4-digit access code in the mail? Well, guess what? If you've had an active EI claim within the last month or so, your access code actually remains the exact same. They won't mail you a new one. Just dig out your old code from your files, and you're good to go. Now, what if the portal itself is giving you absolute grief? The most common login hurdles people face are GC key access issues, weird problems with the secure key concierge when you try to use a bank login, or SIN validation failures. If you hit any of these walls, double-check that your browser's up to date, make absolutely sure you typed your SIN without any spaces or hyphens, and ensure your identity credentials match the government records perfectly. You are definitely not the first person the portal has given a bit of a fight. And finally, Section 6, additional resources and support, for when the internet just isn't cutting it. Grab a pen, because this is the most important number you can write down today, 1-800-206-7218. This is the official Employment Insurance Telephone Information Service number. It is your direct lifeline for specific inquiries about your file. And here is how you use that lifeline effectively. The automated system is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And interestingly, claim info is updated every single morning from Monday to Friday. But if you want to bypass the robot, and let's be real, most of us do, and speak to a real agent, you must call between Monday and Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. and press 0. Just make sure you have your SIN and your access code ready before you dial. Please note, this explainer provides general guidance based on currently available resources. For specific personal advice, or if you encounter issues not covered here, please consult with official government service representatives or a qualified advisor. I really hope this completely demystified the process of tracking your EI claim online. If you found this helpful today, please leave a like, drop any EI questions you have in the comments, and subscribe for more informative explainers. Remember, while the government portal relies on automated systems, securing your financial peace of mind relies on your proactive tracking. So, the next time you log in, what status are you prepared to see?